Hello and welcome to my channel. Wow, do I have a video for you today. I was lucky enough to do a full detail on this car. This is a 1968 Ford Galaxie. I believe the paint and everything is untouched. So as you can see on the video, there's some oxidization there. There's some crow's feet on the car. A lot of scratches, unfortunately. A bit of rust on the chrome, but my word, I was very happy to have this car in and to have it for a couple of days to do a full detail on. So a few facts about the Ford Galaxie. This one is especially close, I guess, to my heart because it did come out in a 2-door and a 4-door. I think the 4-door is quite a lot more common. The one I've got here at the moment is a 2-door. So you don't see too many of them too often. So I was very, very happy when I saw it, as well as it comes in a Fastback, model. And this again is one of the Fastbacks. So I was very excited when I saw this car, really, really happy to detail. As you can see, even looking at the wheels, they're not in great shape. So I was more than happy to take on the task of trying to bring this back to life because it is such an incredible car. So like always, we start with the wheels. So I have a link. I did a video on these wheels in terms of how to clean white walled and white lettering wheels. You can't just use any old regular wheel and tire cleaner. It does need to be appropriate for white walls. Otherwise you will make marks and smudge the white walls and the white lettering on the tire. Just going over it with the snow foam, so front and back obviously. And we're gonna have some nice cinematic shots here of the snow foam dripping on the car. So there we go. It really is a beautiful car. Now just rinsing off the snow foam from the lance. Hitting it with a contact wash now. Obviously, as usual, we work in lines, not doing the circular scrubbing motion. And again, just rinsing that off as well. So after that, now we hit it with the clay bar. So clay bar in the entire car. Now, I will say this is a huge car. The length of the car, even the width is quite wide, but the length of the car is massive. So it did take me a long time. Every time I did laps of the car, it did take me a long time to get around it because it is so big. It's not just a Mazda 3 or a Hyundai i30. All right, so now we move the car into the garage to, I guess, cut and polish the car. So I actually did 3 cuts of the paint, and the reason I did that was because the paint was so bad. Unfortunately, obviously that's what happens with paint that hasn't been touched for 50 years. So I'm just going to show you I guess before and after. So I'm taking a different angle here. I'm marking out a work area that I'm using. And again, as I said, I did 3 cuts, so you'll be able to see. So this is the first one. So wipe that off. Having a look at my my handiwork. Over to the second cut. And you can't really tell from this angle how much it is affecting the paint. However, you know, as I said, I kept checking. You'll see me keep checking it, and just trying to get it as good as I can without really damaging the paint. So there's my third cut, and we're going to remove the tape here. Oh, well, actually, before we do that, I'm just going to show you the difference. Now, it's hard to see because it is in the garage, but have a look at where the light is hitting the car. So that's all smudge. Where it's taped off, you can see the clarity of the light. And where it's not taped off, it's not clear. So you can see how good that paint has come up now. So again, I'm going to take that paint off. Take the tape off, I should say. And just having a look at the difference in the clarity. So again, this is the light from my phone. The clarity of that light hitting the paint, massive difference. So on the right side, it's a lot more clear. So again, just gonna take that strip off now. And again, having a look at the clarity of the light hitting the car. You can really tell which which area I've worked on. So, and again, just taking this angle again, having a look at where the light's hitting. There's a big difference between the two. I've managed to put the light in the middle there, just so you can see the difference. I've done the whole right side of the bonnet now, and look at that. Big difference there. So it was very, very good to work on. I mean, tough ask in terms of bringing this paint back to life. As I said, it hasn't been touched for 50 years. I think it's just been sitting outside for 50 years in the sun, or I don't know if it was in the sun or what have you, just rotting away. It does have a lot of crow's feet on it. Which, you know, I try to be very delicate. It's a fine balance between, I guess, bringing the paint back to life and stripping it entirely, because the paint was quite flaky. I could have done more than 3 cuts, I think. However, I didn't want to, I didn't want to completely strip the paint and make it worse than what it was. So, again, so just going over the car with some polish now, and then using, I believe it's Bowden's own flash prep, I believe it's called, to take the wax, sorry, not the wax, the compound and the polish off the car. Next day, as you can see, I'm going over the chrome. Now this was very, very, I guess, time consuming. There's a lot of chrome on this car, and again, something that you don't really have to deal with when you're doing modern cars. So just going over the chrome, trying to get the rust out, and the pitting out as well. There's only so much you can do with rust. It's tough without going over it and respraying it and doing all that kind of stuff. But it's just, should be re-dipping it, I should say. But doing as much as I can just to bring out the chrome side of things. So again, we're having a look at the back here. It would be nice. This car is again unbelievable. They did have this model as a, I guess, a patrol car for quite a lot of police departments. It'd be nice if I could, you know, if I was able to see one that was a patrol car, you know, with the lights on the top there. It would be pretty cool. It'd be a pretty cool car. This is obviously a cool car. But yeah, it's just, as I'm sure you can tell, I was very happy to do a detail on this car, and thank you to the owner for allowing me to do so. I'm sure he's watching. So again, just going over the chrome inserts, just trying to bring them up to life. And the way we did this was number one, with really fine steel wool and metal polish as well. So that's how we brought that back to life. Going over the wheels, there was a bit of pitting on the wheels and a bit of rust on the wheels as well. The wheels came up really nicely. So again, just going over that with the real fine steel wool and the microfiber cloth, as well as the metal polish. So trying to bring them up. There was actually sections to the wheel, so let's just see if you can see there in terms of the circle, the circles there. So you had the outside circle and then inner again, and then inner again, and then you had the lugs and the lug nuts. It was again, it was not, and it's not an easy detail, but definitely a fun one. Now over to the front, and again, spent most of the day on this day just detailing. Going over the chrome because there was so many chrome inserts. I'm trying not to bore you too much with the chrome stuff, but there was so much of it. It did take up a lot of time. So you can see going over going around the headlights. We'll be doing the front bumper and the grille as well. So this is the end result. So as you can see, it's been brought up beautifully. I mean, there's only so much I could have done with the chrome so rusted, with the crow's feet there. So as you can see, it's not perfect, but it's definitely been brought up in comparison to what it was. So thanks for watching. If you could please like, comment and subscribe on the video, it certainly helps a small channel like mine. Thanks again.